Welcome to episode 371 of the Geeks for the Win podcast, the tech and gaming podcast from the GeeksFTW.com, where we cover all things geeky. I'm your host, William McDonald, and I'm joined with my co-host, Stuart.
Going across the internet.
Alrighty, that threw me off for a second because the audio was a little weird for the intro.
Oh, yeah?
It was like way softer than it normally was.
Yeah, the audio was down for us.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I wasn't quite sure.
I didn't quite catch it. Yeah. It was just a little bit quieter for us.
Yeah. So, anyways. Righty, first, I guess, normal show of the year. We did
Yeah, we're talking about games this week, so...
what have you been up to? You said
but we do plan
stuff.
on we do kind of want to do more like the I recommend stuff, like when things maybe get slower, or maybe like do it like maybe every other week. Haven't really quite decided. Yeah, but definitely not like around like E3 time where there's like a bunch of news and stuff coming out like week after week.
Yeah, it's like,
but
gaming.
Like
gaming,
there are just some weeks like I don't got anything. I haven't really played anything. But we can just now kind of intersperse that with the episode of I recommend.
Yeah, I mean we cover all things geeky.
I really enjoyed that last week. So
yeah, I mean there's a reason why we did another podcast, because we love to talk about that stuff.
Well, yeah, and also when we talked about everything, our podcast was like 4 or 5 hours long.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we're gonna do that. Do that more.
Took way too long. So
yeah,
doing off and on depending on news and stuff. Yeah, it definitely seems the way to go.
Yeah, so
no one tells us what to do. We decide what to do. So
damn it, this is our show.
Exactly. Anyways, what have you been up to, Stuart?
See, I have been up to some games. Like for instance, over Christmas, because I got Pokemon Sword.
Nice.
So I've been playing that. And I've been enjoying it. I really like, it's a really good Pokemon game. I do wish I will agree with the masses that some of the animation for some of the attacks could have probably used some work. Like, I got one. Double kick. All right, that's a fighting type move where a Pokemon attacks twice, and the animation for double kick is the character just kind of just jumps up and down, just boing boing, and that's it. That's double kick. Where like if you do like another physical attack move, like there's like, you know, an animation of like a punch or a kick or whatever, you know, that Pokemon would do. But for double kick, it just ding ding, just jumps, and doesn't even do like a jump animation. It just bounces, like the character just bounces without. Like that one could have used some work. That one, yeah. And I chose Score Bunny, the fire type to start with, because I typically go with the fire type for Pokemon games.
I typically go with water.
Yeah, the water one, I don't know. I didn't care for Sobble at all. He's just he goes from a crybaby to an emo to a anorexic model. So yeah, that one just didn't.
I don't know. I haven't been following the new Pokemons, like the actual Pokemon. I've heard about the game though. Like, heard a lot of goods and bads.
There's some bads, yeah.
People are complaining there's no voice acting. There should be voice acting by, you know, in today's age.
That, yeah, it would have been nice, but
since it is a console game now.
Technically true, but I that's not that. I wouldn't really call that a down point.
Something that seems like a turnoff for me. Now I know some people say this is a positive, but like the fact that like once you fight an type or an enemy or Pokemon or whatever, the next time, like for forever, it tells you like what moves are like effective.
I love it.
That just seems like easy mode. Like
I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, since the addition of, like, you know, there's like 25 different types, and it's like it's hard to remember like what's good against what, and you know what's not. So like it's, you know, just you fought this Pokemon once, you're good. But now if you meet its evolved form, you got to learn that stuff again. So it's not like, you know, like, oh, I fought this Rattata. Now I know what this Raticate is also weak to. No. Although I don't think Rattata or Raticate's in the game.
Because sometimes when Pokemon evolve, they change their types, right?
True. That's also true.
Yeah. So that makes sense there.
Yeah, and like, well, you know, for instance, one of my favorite Pokemon, Pancham, when he evolves to Pangoro, he now is a Dark type. So, but yeah, and like the addition to the wild area, I like it. And the max raid battles they're interesting. I've not played with anybody else. I've sat on that screen waiting for other people to join, and nobody does. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it with NPCs. Why the fuck did the NPC just bring a Magikarp? You fucking suck.
That's funny.
Also, I have fought a Gigantamax Magikarp, which was All right, that's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Like
But
I'm
think about the
fighting
Gyarados that turns into.
I'm fighting a Magikarp the size of a Boeing 747. So okay, but how like uh, Gigantamaxing and Dynamaxing works, like you don't actually have the same moves you do when you're itty bitty. You actually get a like all fire type moves turn into a different move, turn into like one move. All normal moves turn into a certain move. So like they all turn into something else.
Okay.
Um. So like the gigantic Magikarp actually Splash is a different. He doesn't use Splash. He uses a different move. So and I like to do those max raid stuff. Not really to get the Pokemon, but more so because you end up getting a fuck ton of XP candy. That you just feed here's 5 medium XP candies. Fuck yeah. So like you get candies left and right.
That's another thing. It seems like the items they have for Pokemon now have just gotten a little crazy. Like there's so many different items for Pokemon.
Yeah, especially in this one because it adds cooking. So there's now a bunch of cooking items.
Yeah. Like I thought the original few first couple generations of Pokemon had a lot of items, but like I've heard so many different stuff now.
Yeah,
And
but
back then, like
this does a
all the
good job of
stats and stuff
right. Yeah, but
that
this
I
one
didn't
does
even know
a
about till
much
recently.
this one does like a much better job of explaining like what this item does, like what this will do, and like every time you pick up a new the item for the first time, it'll give you like a description like this does this. So
Yeah, I think I learned about like IVs and EVs and all that stuff from Pokemon Go. I never even knew about those from regular Pokemon.
yeah, I knew about them, but I never. Yeah, I don't really
It's like don't use rare
follow.
candies because they'll actually mess up your stats and all this and that. And it's like, oh, I never knew any of that crap. Wow.
Yeah.
The-
Oh,
I
one thing
got
that really fucking
Pokemon's a lot
sucks.
more complex than I thought it was.
One thing that really fucking sucks that I don't like the change. Leaving your Pokemon at the nursery. They raise your Pokemon, right?
Okay.
Right? Like you leave it
Mm-hmm.
there for a while and you come back and it's gained a little XP? Not anymore.
What's the point then?
To breed. That's it.
Okay, I guess.
Is literally the only reason. Like the only reason you would leave a Pokemon at the nursery is to get an egg. That's it.
Yeah, and it would like you get XP for every step you took. That's how it was. Yeah.
Nope, not anymore. It is literally
Weird.
you leave two Pokemon of the same two of the same Pokemon of opposite gender, mind you, and you'll come back with an egg or a Ditto.
Hmm.
Which
That's weird.
I still need to catch a Ditto because I want to try to hook up with like somebody on Reddit or something like, hey, I'll trade you starters because I hatched a new starter, or like, hey, I want that Pokemon Shield Ponyta because that's it. It's not. It's a totally different Ponyta. When it's not a fire, it's fairy, and it's a unicorn.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, but and like some of like the new Galarian variants are actually kind of cool. I kind of like them. Like the Meowth. He's got this big old fucking bushy beard. Like he looks like a lumberjack.
Okay, that's different.
And he actually evolves into he doesn't evolve into a Persian. He evolves into
really?
a Berserk. Which like he gets like these kind of iron claws and like a Viking helmet. And he becomes he is a steel type.
Interesting.
So yeah, well, also in the wild area where you're actually free to move the camera around and everything, actually see like other players running around. You can actually come across like the Pokemon you would need to get, like if you would need to trade to evolve, you can actually run across those Pokemon there. So it's just a much better way to get all the Pokemon, as well as the all of the evolutions are also there too. Like you can just run across them as well. So, but yeah, I like it a lot. It's fun. I've got 5 badges now, so I'm getting there.
Okay.
But yeah, it's great. I like it. I like it. I don't. Not having some Pokemon there is kind of makes me sad a little bit. Like I would love a Marill. That's kind of my favorite water type. It's Marill. But hey, they can add them in later.
That's true.
And let's see. Yeah, that's kind of it for Pokemon. I did get 2 other Switch games as well that I have not started because they're also JRPGs. One is Octopath Traveler.
Okay.
Which I've played the demo of that one, which I played the demo for over an hour. Like that was a fucking long demo, and I never did hit the end of it. So I don't know how long that demo was, but I really like the art of Octopath Traveler, so I'm interested in picking that up for real. And I also got Dragon Quest XI, which the Switch version of that one is actually kind of cool because that one you can actually switch between the art you would get, if you played on like Steam or or like PS4 or Xbox, you'll get you the 3D polygon, or you could get the or you can play the DS version, which is the 16-bit looking art, and it's actually a completely different game, but you can like switch between them. Actually have like top down, more traditional classic JRPG look, or the more modern look. So that's only in the Switch version. So, and that's kind of why I wanted the Switch version of that game. So I'm looking forward to playing that probably this summer, because it's going to take me a while to get through all these JRPGs that I just got. So
yeah, those do take a lot of time.
Yeah, that's kind of why I like them, but kind of why I never finish them. And I downloaded a couple games for Game Pass as well that I mess around with, like Totally Accurate Battle Simulator is now on Game Pass on PC. Which, if you've seen the Total Accurate Battleground simulator or Battlegrounds, that's the game where you don't seem to aim or anything. You just kind of flail about and maybe hit somebody. Like the characters, they don't. They're floppy. That's kind of the best way to describe them. They're floppy characters.
Okay, yeah, this was also free on the Epic Store over there over the Christmas break.
Okay.
They had like so many. They were like, was it? They were giving away a game every day for like 2 weeks. I thought I picked that up, and yeah, I did. But yeah, I've seen. I think I've seen this before.
Yeah, it's basically like you take like you can take like two sides of a battle. You know, like the main point of this game is like the sandbox mode, which is, hey, I'm gonna take 15 prehistoric guys with clubs and see how well they can do against one medieval knight. See who wins. Or like, I'm gonna take this army of skeletal warriors against hobbits. Just kind of, I'm just gonna see who would win in this fight. And that's kind of fun because it's kind of fun to break the game too. Because like, I'm gonna take 100 warriors against these 100 warriors, and I'm now down to 1 frame a second. So it's a picture show. And I have 100% crashed the game multiple times by doing too much. And there is a campaign puzzle-ish side to it where where the computer will set like one side and you've got to figure out using the selection that you have, how to best defeat these with what you got and using the resources you got. So it's kind of cool. And another game that I played on Game Pass is, I played it for a little bit, Infinifactory, sure. Which is not what I expected it to be. I kind of expected it to be like some of the games that are kind of popular right now, like Factorio or there's another one. It's like a factory kind of. Take like Minecraft, but add like factory elements to it, like conveyors and grinders to automate a lot of things. I thought it was one of those, but it's more like you take like the conveyors and stuff from those games, but put them in a portal-like setting, where like you have to, where you got this puzzle, like, and these blocks are going to spit out of this hole in the wall, and you got to use, your conveyors and welders and grinders and whatever stuff to figure out how to, because at the end of, or somewhere on the map, is where these are supposed to go, and you're supposed to get like so many to this point. So you got to figure out how to make the thing it wants, and then to send it over to it. It's all right. I only played like maybe 5 or 6 puzzles. So yeah, it's all right. It's not bad. But I can tell it's trying to go for a Portal-esque kind of feel to it, because on each map, but the story of it is you're abducted by aliens, and you are just kind of put into these maps. And on the maps, you see dead people. You see like these dead body or like a dead body on the map, and you can walk over to it and play an audio log, and it's like I don't know what you want me to do, and this I just want to go home. Just take me, you know. One of them is a dog as well, so okay, it's a dog trying to do a puzzle.
Hmm.
You guys are fucking dumb. So, but yeah, it's all right. And I think that's it for me. Can't think of anything else. What about you?
I've been playing Minecraft.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's about it. Like, I got a server up and running on a
Yeah, I helped you
laptop of
test
mine.
it for
Yeah.
a minute.
Well, that, but then I ended up removing that and then doing a Sky Factory one.
Sure. Yeah.
And I got that up and running, and I think that should be good. Like, everything seems good. I've got nowhere near where we were, you know,
Sure. Of course. Yeah.
but I've got the basis, you know, the basics. Like, I've got most of the trees with like hoppers,
Sure.
and I got a smelter furnace, and yeah, stuff like that. So, I got that set
So
up.
now if you break it, you got to fix it now.
Yep. But I've got it. Yeah, I do have it set up in case people do want to like hop in and join. In case you want to maybe hop in and join, or the other people I was playing with Minecraft with, who they've only ever played vanilla, so this would be something like eye opening for them.
Right, and they're like, why does it take like 10 minutes to load? Damn. It's like usually Minecraft just opens like that. Like, but I'm waiting like 10 fucking minutes.
It's worth the wait because all the like crazy mods and stuff, like vein mining
I
and
agree. I absolutely agree. But to go from like regular Minecraft to mods, that's kind of what like the first thing to notice. Like, holy fuck, this takes forever to load up.
one of my favorite things is like the being able to like jump, hit shift to grab onto like a ledge or whatever, and jump again to like climb up
Climb,
stuff.
Spidey up a wall, yeah.
Oh, it's so good. But yeah, I've been doing that. I actually have a chest of like, you know, decked out with stuff for people if they, like a welcome. Here's some gear to get you started type of thing.
Cool.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just something I've been playing while I have something else on while I'm watching something, watching or listening to a podcast or something like that. I don't know. I just haven't felt like devoting my whole time to playing like a game that I have to focus on completely.
Sure. Yeah, I understand.
And I don't know. I just love like Sky Factory. There's so much cool stuff, and it's fun. It really is. I had so much fun playing Sky Factory with you when we played that, and we did so many things wrong, and
Absolutely, we did.
so many things we didn't even touch on, and like
Right.
um and so yeah, there's all kinds of stuff I want to explore with that. So I've been doing that. That's been about it for me. I think I fired Destiny up once and did some missions or completed some bounties, but not really much. There's not a lot going on with Destiny. This season has been kind of disappointing. Like there was a exotic quest that launched this week, and apparently it's like you can finish it in 30 minutes.
Sounds like fun.
It's not what you want when you're, you know, because I mean, it's like supposed to be part of the season content, and like it's the first piece of content after the Christmas break, and it's like, oh, 30 minutes. Okay. I don't know. I just haven't felt like playing it much. So
Yeah,
there's games I need to go back to and finish. You know, I need to finish Control.
sure.
I enjoyed that so much, and you know, was waiting for that patch, and then when that patch came out, it's like, oh crap, there's other stuff I have to play, and I just forgot to get back to that.
Yeah.
And what else? I'm thinking about restarting Outer Worlds on PC
Okay.
because I didn't get far enough to where it's like I'm at the point of no return. I can't start over, you know.
Right.
And I don't know. I've Game of the Year talks and stuff. I've heard a lot of people talk about like the PC experience of that. So I'm just at a point where I'm like I haven't really touched my Xbox in like a while, and
Yeah, I
don't
can't. I can't really think the last time I played an Xbox game.
I kind of don't want to either, which is very weird.
Yeah, I'm kind of right there with you.
And it sucks because like I have some stuff that's I have a lot of games that are on Xbox that I don't have on PC that I'm like, damn, I hate myself for doing that. Like Borderlands. Oh, I wish I. God, why did I pick that up for Xbox?
Because the people you play with refuse to play PC.
And what's crazy is like there's only like my friend Steve is the only one who like is still playing or would still play Borderlands, and he's playing PC stuff now. So
Oh no.
yeah, so it's like because whenever we play Destiny, we're like, there's no point of playing this on Xbox because load times are awful, frame rate awful, field of view, you know, is so just awful, and PC version's just way better. And whenever we do play Destiny, it's like we just play on PC.
I completely understand. Completely.
Yeah, so yeah, but I got setting up the Minecraft server was little complex, a little more than I thought.
Yeah.
Having to do all the port forwarding and
Oh right. Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, that was the bit. Yeah, and changing the IP to static and doing this and doing that, and it's like,
Right.
oh, go because I have it running on a laptop that I don't use, so I can pretty much just have that running.
Right.
Just have that
Just
running at
have
all
that
time.
dedicated server.
Yeah. And then, it's like setting that up, and then it's like, okay, go to my desktop and try to log in. Authentication error or trouble authenticating the server. What the hell does that mean? Okay, let's Google this. Let's do this. Let's change this back to this. Let's do like, oh boy, there was a
Right.
point where it was like, I'm connected I'm connected to the Ethernet on my laptop, but the internet's not working. What? The internet's working on all my other devices. well, what setting did I change that broke this? Like,
Right. Yes. What did
there's,
I do? Oh shit.
but yeah, I've got it set up and like, was it? It's set up for like 20 people, but the most I see ever is maybe five max. But it's got since it's the only thing running it, pretty much, or since the laptop's it, it's just dedicated for that for the most part. Like it should run pretty fine without any issues with more people because there's like was I think 8 gigs of RAM on there,
Sure. Yeah.
and it's a i7 like or like it's the i7 like mobile version of my desktop, so like it's a beefy laptop for you know running a
Sure.
Minecraft
Yeah.
server.
That would absolutely work.
And was it yeah, because I was looking at the specs for it for like running a Minecraft server, and they don't really require too much. Like, of course,
Not really.
when you add
Just
mods, you need
right.
more, but like all I mean, another thing with Minecraft is like allocating RAM to like the person's actually playing on.
Right.
I remember when I was playing vanilla on my friend's Minecraft realm, I told him about like, have y'all changed the RAM y'all have allocated? And they're like, wait, what? And I had to walk them through it, and they're like, oh my god, this is running so much better because you can hit was it F3
F3.
F5
Yes.
F3, and yeah, it pulls up like all the stats and stuff, and you can see how much RAM's being used out of the allocated RAM
Right.
it has and stuff like that. And like Minecraft can actually be kind of a resource hog, even like
Absolutely.
vanilla Minecraft,
Absolutely.
because it's like, oh, it's using 80% of like 2 gigs. And then you bump it up to like 4 gigs, and it's like it's using 80% of 4 gigs. And like, wait, what?
Hold on. That math doesn't quite add
Okay,
up.
that's interesting. But yeah, so um it's pretty much it for me. Like trying
Okay.
to think of anything else, but yeah.
Something I forgot to talk about. Modern Warfare. I played a bunch of Modern Warfare, of course. Um,
Of course.
and they added the map shipment to the list.
Oh, okay.
Just look up Modern Warfare shipment, like the current Modern Warfare shipment, like just a game, and it's just pure fucking chaos.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Like you can get like oh it's gonna be a game of death match. Well, this is gonna be over in like 2 minutes because that map is so freaking small that there is a very good chance you're gonna spawn either with somebody in your sights or you're in somebody else's sights. So there's been many times I've spawned, died, spawn, die, spawn, die, spawn, die, spawn, 5 kills in like 3 seconds, die. Like you can get like 60 kills easily on just in like 5 minutes, like 60 a kill a second. It's so easy. And it's
Oh,
and
wow.
and while that was going on, they also had double XP for the battle pass. It's like, fuck, I'm just let's just level up because you get so much XP from playing shipment.
Are there more
And well,
players in a typical match than previous
no,
Call of Duties? Because I
no,
don't remember shipment being that chaotic.
because it wasn't in rotation in like a public game. It was always in private games where you maybe had like 4 or 5 people.
It was only in privates back in like
Yes,
original.
It was.
Oh
I
wow.
don't remember ever being in public.
Or was it part of? It was part of one of the DLC, so it wasn't in like the. You had to go to the actual, right? Was it a DLC originally?
I don't think so.
Because I know the DLCs weren't on the original rotations because not everybody had the DLC, so they couldn't. You had to go to the special playlists.
I don't think it was. Let me just get a little. No, it doesn't look like it was.
That's weird, and then that it wasn't
Yeah.
like
Well, it
in the
was
normal playlist.
it was so small that people just didn't have fun like they would now. Um. So like, and my sister hates the map. She hates it. She hates shipment. But I have a blast because I just do my shotgun loadout and just have fun. Because yeah, it's just pure chaos.
Trivia. Yeah, the Wikipedia under trivia on Wii, free for all is disabled on this map. What? That's kind of odd.
Yeah,
Seems like a good free for all map since it's small.
yeah. I mean, um, but it would, and this was over Christmas. It was shipment and another kind of small map called Shoot House, which people like. It's an okay map. It's not bad. But then it went away last week, and of course people threw a fit because people wanted to play nothing but shipment. So like right now, or at least the last time that I played a couple days ago, there was a shipment 24/7 mode. So
Right.
it's
Okay.
back. It's back for the moment. But yeah, shipment's great. I like shipment a lot. And I still have yet to play the new battle ground war map at all. I just don't really play battleground, or like battleground ground war. I don't play ground war, and that's kind of the mode that I thought I would play the most because it is so much like battlefield. So, but this you should get Modern Warfare, dude. You should get it because it's the best one they've done in years. But yeah, that is actually it for me. Before we get into news, I kind of suggested this before the show. I thought we would kind of run down, since this is a new year, we kind of look at our say what kind of what games we're actually looking forward to this year, because until I looked at a list, I had no fucking idea what was coming out this year.
Okay.
I guess since it was my idea, I can kind of go first. Well, coming out, let's see, next week, yeah, a week from today, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I'm looking forward to that because that looks like that's going to be interesting.
It looks good, yes, but I'm at the point where how many times am I gonna play a game where I just play through the Dragon Ball Z storyline again? Like I've done that
Never get old.
so many times.
It'll
I've
never get old.
I've done
Yes,
it
but this
so
time,
many times.
it's an RPG form.
Yeah, I guess, but I've done it so many times. Like, because there was a point where I was buying like all the Dragon Ball Z games, like on the PS2 game, the Budokai games, the Game Boy
Right.
Advance games, like I was just got to a point where it's like, okay, they're better games, but it's still Dragon Ball Z.
And you never played the Xenoverse games.
No, I didn't. And what was it? The Fighters? I watched like the cutscenes of those,
Right, yeah.
and that story was confusing.
Well, like Kira Toriyama actually has added like stuff to this game. Like there will be some new elements. Like some like there's going to be we're going to see a former member of the Ginyu Force. Like she wasn't a member during the
Oh, a
but
female member.
she
Okay.
was a member in the past. Yeah. So and like there's gonna be like some deeper backstory stuff on some characters, and you're not only gonna play as Goku, you are gonna play as Gohan and Piccolo. I know. Um, yeah. So I'm looking forward to that, and that comes out next week. So I probably won't pick it up right away. For reasons, but I will pick it up as soon as I can, though. If it doesn't turn out to be like an absolute flop like Jump Force.
Yeah. Which, hey, Jump Force is on Game Pass.
Yeah, I'll probably try it at least. But sticking with Dragon Ball real quick though. Side note, I found it was a 3-part manga. It's the title is I was reincarnated as Yamcha.
Oh God. You told me about this like a while ago, I think.
No, I just read it like yesterday.
I remember you talking about this like a while ago.
Then I have completely forgotten, but I've
Yeah,
read
because
it. I have read it now.
you're the only person who would. Yeah, this sounds so familiar. Yeah.
But yeah, it's an isekai manga where there's a kid who's really into Dragon Ball. He ends up falling down a flight of stairs and waking up as Yamcha. In like he wakes up like right after during Dragon Ball, like right after Emperor Pilaf, like that first arc.
You totally told me about this before, and you forgot.
I've read this. I read this for the first time yesterday. I have not read.
Maybe it's the first time you've read it, but like maybe I remember you telling me about this. I don't know if you actually
I
read it
honestly have no idea.
or if it
But
was just something you heard of and you told me about it. But I remember you telling me.
I completely just blanked it out because I did not remember this at all. But yeah, like he uses his knowledge of what's to come to like he makes himself kind of as strong as Goku at points. Like he's fighting side by side a Goku during the Saiyan saga.
This is so deja vu for me right now. It's so eerie.
And
yeah.
when the Saiyans and Nappa and Vegeta read his power level, they go, "It's over 10,000. That's impossible. This thing's broken." instead of 9,000. He's stronger than Goku.
Or 8,000. You know.
Like yeah,
Originally
the
it was 8,000, but no.
right.
I don't know. I like 9,000. 9,000.
And when he was reincarnated as Yamcha, he was like eventually like, fucking Yamcha, man, why can't it be somebody cool? And then like where he's at in the timeline, he goes, wait a minute, Bulma. Because that right when Yamcha and Bulma start dating,
Yeah.
and when he's fighting Vegeta, he goes, "You will not take Bulma from me." And Vegeta goes, "Who?"
My Bulma.
And then he even thinks like, man, if I can only show him the dance he does at the Battle of the Gods. It does like a flashback to that bingo, and the dance that Vegeta does. So it was funny. It was funny. It's there's only three volumes, but it was good. It was funny. Okay, but moving on to other games I'm looking forward to. Let's see here. I wonder if this will actually come over here. The Fairy Tail game that comes out in March.
Oh man,
I'm interested in what that would be. I think we talked about it. Like it was more of a, there's gonna be a Fairy Tail game? Cool. And then that was it.
Oh, this isn't weren't they making like an MMO or something like that too?
Don't know about that. This is an RPG that's coming out on the Switch and PlayStation 4. So like I'm not 100% sure this is even, I mean it's on Wikipedia. So I'm hoping
Fairy Tail Hero's Journey. Yeah, that's the MMO.
No, Wikipedia just has Fairy Tail.
Yeah, but I'm saying like there is like an MMO.
Okay, there is an MMO.
It's called Fairy Tail Hero's Journey. The only official online Fairy Tail RPG. So I guess there's unofficial ones.
Probably. Okay, it is coming out over here, but only for PS4 and Switch.
Why can't it be on PC?
The Dragon Ball Z game is that's gonna be PC.
That's gonna be on everything, yeah.
Except for Switch.
Oh yeah, of course. Most things, like even if they are on Switch, like if they're like third party stuff, tends to not be good. Like I've heard a lot of people talk about recently. Oh, I got was it someone was saying they got the Mortal Kombat 11 on Switch and that is like just garbage. And they had to get it, they had to end up picking it up on Xbox because they just could not play it on Switch. And then there was The Witcher, of course, that's another one. That's like I hear it's just awful on Switch.
Right, yeah. Yeah, games that are ported to the Switch don't tend to do well. I mean, even for Pokemon, a game that was made for the Switch, going into like the wild areas, you see some like hitching.
Oh, and there was the social area. I heard that's a nightmare.
That's the wild area.
Oh, that's the wild area. Okay, yeah. I
Yeah.
hear it's like so almost unplayable.
No, it's not that bad, or at least it hasn't been for me.
Someone was saying like, yeah, it's kind of like Destiny's Tower, but like they do not have the infrastructure to be having this.
No,
They
just
were
imagine
saying,
like people are just all of a sudden just pop in and then disappear. But like you don't need to interact with anybody anyway. It's just kind of neat to see other people. Um, let's see. See, another game I'm looking forward to is Cyberpunk, of course, coming out in April.
yeah, that's one of mine. I'm so excited because as much as like it's like I enjoyed what I played of The Witcher, and I know like The Witcher is a quality game, and you know I know it's a just this masterpiece of a game, but I'm a sci-fi fan.
Yeah,
I'm more sci-fi than fantasy, so I'm so looking forward to you know Cyberpunk and the breathtaking Keanu.
right. Um, let's see. That's kind of it for games that actually have a release date. There's the Marvel Avengers game, but I'm not sold on that yet at all. So
Oh yeah, I don't expect
I'm
much from it. I really don't, to
I'm
be honest.
I'm not sold on it. So I doubt I'll end up picking that up. But like games that don't quite have a release date though. I am looking forward to Halo, of course,
It's probably
and
November, right?
let's
With the
see,
console
Halo.
launches.
It's Q4, so yeah, it'll probably be a console launch. Um, and even though I've not played 1 and 2, No More Heroes 3, I hope is new player friendly, because like that trailer at the Game Awards was interesting. I liked it.
That was that was weird. That trailer was weird.
It was like if ET came back to take over the world.
Yeah, it was. I remember watching it, being like, "What the hell am I watching? This is odd." Okay, but yeah, looks interesting.
Yeah. See, and then of course Watch Dogs.
That has the potential to be very disappointing.
It does.
Like, I was listening to people talk about the fact that fact on a podcast, and I'm like, yeah, I could see like they're promising a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they've done a Ubisoft and promised a bit too much, and it won't be it won't kind of match their promise that we saw at E3, but I I've enjoyed the past two Watch Dogs games, so I'll probably enjoy this one.
Okay, so that's it for you.
Uh, yeah.
What for me? Let me see. Cyberpunk we talked about. Doom. I still need to play the first one. I really do, because I mean, it looks so good, and this new one looks to be pretty good as well.
What about Doom 64? Comes out the same day.
Is it? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. But Final Fantasy VII remake.
Oh, right, yes. I I would love to play that.
Like, I
Um,
remember I played Final Fantasy VII, but I don't remember anything about it.
I've played it to a point. I've played Final Fantasy VII to a point. See, when does that come out?
March 3rd is the first episode.
I probably don't have enough time to play 7 beforehand.
And it looks like I don't know. It looks like it's like a retelling of Final Fantasy VII, not just like the Final Fantasy story, but
Right. It seems like there's some
yeah.
differences, and some fans are not happy about that, but some are like,
Like I said, I don't remember like anything from Final Fantasy VII, except for the fact that I played it.
like apparently like in this first part, like Sephiroth is going to be in it, and like fans are like, he wasn't there at that time. So I don't know. Maybe I can play it to the point of when this kind of what would cover this. So just find out kind of where that would be.
The smart thing would be like them to break it up into like the parts to be like each disc. You would think.
Yeah, because there's probably a bit built-in natural stopping point in the story.
But it's only for PlayStation 4, right? Or is it coming to PC?
According to Wikipedia, just PlayStation 4. Although I feel like it did. I feel like
I thought there was some kind of PC.
And I thought it was coming for the Xbox too.
I think the original like Final Fantasy VII.
Oh yeah, like that is
upgrade like that. Yeah, that's coming to the Game Pass.
Yeah, which is why I thought that it's a timed exclusive.
Okay, so the okay. So I guess I'm not looking forward to this in 2020. Because I'm at the point where I don't think I'm gonna pick up a PS4 because kind of doesn't make sense.
See that. Yeah, I can totally see that. Especially since like, kind of all the games, the with PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, they're all going to be forwards compatible. So why pick up a PlayStation 4?
And I kind of want Sony to get their shit into gear with PlayStation Now, because because PlayStation Now, like, I would totally pick that up for because that's like I think was it $15 a month, and they have it to where you can actually download the games and play on PC now. And they have some games like I think God of War and I think God of War was on there, or so some of their first party stuff is like rotates on there, which is kind of weird. Like it's a first party game. You shouldn't have to worry about it. Like you should just be on there. Like Game Pass games are just on there if they're Microsoft first party.
I did not know that you could play games on PC.
Yeah, it's like they're online streaming, but like you're actually able to download them too. PS Now on PC.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Download the PS Now app. DualShock, streaming hundreds of games.
Doesn't quite say like what games.
I remember seeing like God of War was on there and the newest
Horizon
one.
Zero Dawn is there. Let's see, Horizon Zero Dawn, Last of Us, Bloodborne, and many more.
And see, what the crazy thing was? Apparently,
Horizon Zero Dawn available until April 7th, so that's going away.
Yeah, which is kind of weird. Like, because like Game Pass first party games, they're not. You don't ever have to worry about those going away. But yeah, I don't know. I wish they would get their shit together and work on this, because like apparently GTA 5 was part of this and like nobody knew until it left, and then now it's on Game Pass.
With see, available until January 2nd. So
Yeah, it's gone and now it's on Game Pass. And people are talking about it being on Game Pass, and people are saying, "Hey, did you know it was on PlayStation Now? Because I didn't until." I'm like, I did not know that either. Huh.
a
Interesting.
fuck ton of games. Wow, there's a lot of them. I had no idea that PlayStation Now was like had like this big of a list.
It's interesting, and it's what, like $15 a month,
Destroy All Humans 1 and 2.
is it $10 a month now? It's $10. Wow. 800. It says 800 PS4, PS3, PS2 games on a PS4 or PC, with new games added every month. Yeah, was it okay? Yeah, $10 a month, 7-day free trial. So yeah, I mean that's. You'd think Sony would be doing this, because this is just people who like me, who I'm not gonna buy a PlayStation, but I would still give them money to be able to play some of these games on PC.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to play Farming Simulator 19 on PC?
And oh, Minecraft Dungeons, that comes out in April.
Right.
That looks interesting. That's like Diablo Minecraft,
Right.
which, I mean, technically we could probably play that right now with some kind of mod pack.
Maybe.
But there's some, I know some people who are gonna maybe pick this up, but so looks interesting. But yeah, that's in April, and then it's pretty much all the stuff that's been announced, anyways, for me.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess we can get into the news now. Let's see. First bit of news. Let's kind of stick with stuff coming out this year. Xbox or Microsoft has said that the games that will be available for the Xbox Series X will not be exclusive to the Xbox Series X for the first couple years. Meaning that like the games are going to be like the Xbox, or all the games that are coming out for the Xbox Series X will also be coming out for the Xbox One.
Like Halo Infinite.
Right. So like so they're like really going hard into not treating this as like a brand new console, but more of we're trying to just sell the Xbox as a brand, not as a machine. So they're treating this a lot more like a PC or a mobile phone, where the games will be both, you can play up and down in a family of devices. So their quote.
I think that's the smart way to go.
I think so too. But that also means like there's not as much incentive to run out and buy an Xbox Series X right when it launches.
I mean, if you want to have 4K and high refresh rate and all that stuff,
it's going to be you can play it on the Xbox One. It'll look good on the Xbox One X, but it'll look best on the Xbox Series X.
It's like people who want like PC quality or as close to PC quality as they can, but they don't want to deal with the PCs.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, the
I
Xbox
like
is
the
just
way
becoming
that they're
more and more
doing
PC.
This. Yeah,
It's just
it really
becoming
is.
more and more. Oh, this is a new PC you can buy with newer parts on it, but the older models are still going to work because older PCs can still run games. Just you just can't run them at ultra settings.
Yeah. So I mean, I approve. I clap. I approve of what Microsoft is doing. That's excellent. But if you really want an Xbox that's like a PC, well, then you can just look into Origin Big O. Because I don't know if we talked about it on the show.
Are these the PCs that actually have like consoles built into them?
Well, Origin, which is who's Origin? I'm blanking on Origin PC. It is. Oh, that's who it is. It's Origin. I thought they were bigger, like a bigger name. Origin.
Well, Origin is also
last year.
EA platform, so that's where it kind of can get confusing.
Yeah, well, these are Origin PCs, and last year they came out with a market prototype, kind of that had an Xbox One X in it, as well as a PlayStation 4 Pro and a Switch and a high-end PC, all in one box. You can there was an HDMI switcher on it, and you can just switch between them, and it was a gorgeous thing that they didn't sell. Well, now you can kind of buy it, because now they are coming out with this for sale, but it's not as cool as that one. Now it's going to be a high-end gaming PC with a Xbox One S, or a high-end gaming PC with the PlayStation 4. One of the two, not together. And no Switch one, because the Switch on the other one, it was just a place to put your Switch, to dock it in, to have the HDMI pass through, play on your monitor.
This sounds cool, but really seems dumb. With new consoles coming out this year.
Yeah, that's what definitely kind of like, I would love to have an all-in-one for next year stuff, but nah. And the fact that it's an S and not an X, when the prototype,
yeah, and I was about to say the news, the previous news about games still coming out that would be great if this was an X, because the X can do 4K.
Right. Which I don't know why it worked on the other one, but it can't work for the ones that they're going to sell. Apparently, in the Xbox One X, they cannot get it to work without a disk drive. Why not just fucking include a disk drive?
Because the One X does have a disk drive, so
Right. So why not?
they have 1S's without disk drives. That's why it's a 1S.
Right. Well, I mean, they couldn't get it to work without the disk drive.
Yeah.
Like they just couldn't get it to work. So then just fucking include a disk drive. Then do that and have the better one.
Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is, but then the price would be that much higher. But I don't know. I don't know who this is for.
This isn't going to be. Oh crap! I was the wrong one. Yeah, the price it's kind of up there. It's $2,400. Oh,
you could build
that's the cheapest.
You could build it.
That's
you could
the
build a
cheapest
good PC.
configuration.
Buy an Xbox One X for cheaper than that. Like, that is a lot.
Yeah, I mean, considering that the cheapest configuration is that much, yeah, you can build a high end gaming, like a top of the line gaming PC and an Xbox One X for that, but it won't be in one. So
duct tape.
Yes, and of course you could get you could have it with a Elgato 4K Pro built into it as well, and it would just work as for capturing.
Okay. I don't know. This just seems gimmicky.
It is, and I recommend you look up the original Big O.
I think we talked about the original.
We might have, but like if you like watch like the videos of the few that they did send out, it was pretty fucking cool. And of course they send it out to like, like the big name YouTubers, the Unbox Theory kind of people. But yeah, sticking with gaming accessories, I saw this one just as we were about to start. Arcado, I don't know how to say that. Came out with a haptic feedback gaming chair. That's all I'm going to say about that. The haptic feedback gaming chair. So it's got basically a butt kicker built into the chair. Okay. And of course, the chair has fucking LEDs. It's RGB. Because of course,
everything's got to have RGB.
That's like the one thing. Like, I think RGB is ugly.
I mean, I understand some RGB. Like, yeah, for a keyboard,
I get it. Cool. I get it if you're going to have your PC on top of your desk next to your monitor. But I've got a large ass tower, and I kind of like the large of it because I don't have to worry about space, and it's under my desk. No, there's no RGB in it whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't think mine has RGB either. But like, I see builds and I see stuff all the time, and it's like, why does sticks of RAM need RGB?
It doesn't. I don't care. I get it for like, keyboard and mouse. I get that. I understand that because
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
right here in your eyes. But like for me, like again, my tower's under my desk. I don't fucking need it.
And even then, RGB for like a keyboard, it's like you're not really looking at your keyboard.
No, yeah, you're right.
If you're a good gamer, you're not looking at the keyboard.
Right.
So,
But it is nice to like start up a game and all of a sudden the keys that are not needed just turn off. And to have it color coded to exactly what the game needs.
that's true, I guess.
We were talking about Pokemon earlier, and yesterday there was the Pokemon Nintendo Direct where they announced the Pokemon Sword and Shield expansion pass. So I'm not quite sure. The wording was a little funny. If this DLC, the way they're going to do DLC now, is going to replace the third game that they usually come out with.
That's what I saw. That's
the wording in the Direct, like they said, this is how they put it. Like in the past, we've done Pokemon like Platinum or Emerald or stuff like that. But in this game, you can continue your adventure with the expansion pass. Like what? You didn't say you're not doing that here, but you kind of implied it. So it's implied that this is going to take place of the third game.
I don't know. I saw a headline that said no, that it was something on the lines of no more games for this this franchise or this series or whatever, and it's just going to be expansions.
That may be because that makes sense. Instead of them focusing on a third game, they just make more of more DLCs.
Yeah, that was probably what the press releases were. We was in the press release, not on the actual Direct.
It probably had like a bit more information. And they're coming out with 2 DLCs, one in June and one in the fall.
Okay, good. They're not just one's for Shield and one's for Sword. That would be a nightmare. That would be a nightmare.
That'd fucking suck.
Because the way the picture is,
it does.
That had me a little worried. That had me a little worried.
No, and you can't quite read it though. But under for the Isle of Armor, which is the one that's coming out in June, it says Part 1, and the Crown of Tundra says Part 2. That's the one coming out in fall.
Gotcha. Okay. I saw like 200 Pokemon added to this.
They're adding 200 plus Pokemon.
Okay.
Well, no, they're adding 200 plus Pokemon from previous generations, as well as new Pokemon.
Yeah.
So a lot of the Pokemon that were missed, they're adding them in, like and a big one that was kind of shown was Squirtle.
That is my favorite Pokemon. So it's good to know.
So Squirtle is coming to this one. We're not really sure like which is coming with which, but overall, like these 2, it's going to be 200 plus. As well as every single legendary is going to be in the game. Like that, from the past, not for free. You can just catch them, but like they're including like all of the past legendaries. So, and the new legendary, which looks like a hot air balloon with a fox dangling on the bottom of it.
Of course it is.
But yeah, like this is going to add like new wild areas. So like we have the wild area we have now, and then we're going to have new wild areas to explore and have. And they said in the second one in the Crown of Tundra, like before, like the Dynamax battles, it was you and three other players were supposedly in a Pokemon's den to fight them. Well, in the Crown of Tundra, you and another player, or you and other people, will actually explore the dens more than just fight a Pokemon and leave. So it's like there's actually a Konica co-op mode, they said, for this. So that's kind of cool.
Okay.
Let's see, am I missing something? It is going to be
sense. Pokemon's getting
the
DLC.
pass, the game pass, which is part 1 and 2, is $30. That's not bad at all.
It sounds reasonable, yeah.
That sounds perfectly reasonable. Oh, and they are adding. They already had a system like this, the Pokemon Bank, but now they're going to add Pokemon Home, which seems to be another one.
Because your bank can't carry over to this, so it's just a reset, right? This is probably a reset.
Because you can take your Pokemon Bank and move, and you can take Pokemon Bank and the Pokemon from Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu and put all of those into Pokemon Home. And they said, and the ones that are in Sword and Shield, you can then transfer them over.
Yeah, but I mean, like, X and Y, and all those games that the Pokemon Bank supported,
right,
in the past, those can't be transferred over. So it looks like this Home is just like a Switch version of the bank.
Why not just expand the bank? The bank was already an internet service. It was already a subscription service. Just now include that in the Switch, onto the Switch. Just move that to the Switch. Why have a new thing?
Because you can't have the current Pokemon that's in the Pokemon Bank move over.
No, yes, you can.
These games.
No, well, no. Like Pokemon Home is not going to be. They said you can move all of your Pokemon from the bank and from Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu into Home, and the ones that are in Sword and Shield, you can then move them into Sword and Shield.
Oh, okay.
So it's just bank confusing. Again.
Yeah.
It's just bank, but on the Switch. So it didn't make sense.
It's kind of dumb, yeah.
And that comes out next month, probably for a subscription because bank was a subscription.
Now, have you stopped paying the subscription? Did you just like lose all your Pokemon, or did you just lose access and you could pick it up?
I would hope it would just be you lost access.
Yeah. Because that would be a nightmare. It's like your credit, you lost your credit card and had to get a new one change, and it was linked to your account, and then it didn't, and it's like, oh no, all my Pokemon are gone because I forgot to link my account with the new card or some stupid reason.
Yeah. Well, apparently Home has been rumored for a while. Because I'm seeing like posts, stuff like from like 7 months ago. Like
I'm not
here's
surprised.
Game Packs Bus. Will Pokemon Bank be around after Home launches?
Maybe they thought home sounds more like, I don't know, more humane than bank for creatures, virtual creatures. I don't know.
Yeah, looks like it's a $5 annual fee. That's not bad. $5
Oh
a
yeah,
year.
$5.
That's not bad at
That's not
all.
bad at all. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
See, what they should have is they should have like a lifetime option,
and they might
because
for
there'd be
like
a lot of people who would like, you know,
lifetime option for $25. That's not bad.
yeah, or something maybe a little higher, because Pokemon's not going anywhere as long as as long as home is the thing they're going to use for Pokemon going forward.
Right.
Pokemon's what, it's been over 20 years, and in 20 years Pokemon's still going to be around.
Maybe, I don't know. Who's to say? Um, yeah. It does look like though for these two new expansions, you'll have a new rival. And because I haven't completed it yet, I'm wondering if that's because you end up stabbing your rival because he's so fucking annoying.
I, I I've heard a lot about the rival being like the worst thing like ever.
Okay, I have talked to and fought. I've talked to, fought slash whatever. I've dealt with the rival more in this Pokemon game than probably any other rival in any other game. Like if you play Pokemon Red and Blue and Yellow and combine your experiences with the rival in those two, not even half of what I've already experienced.
And the rival's apparently stupid, right? Like you picked fire, so he picked grass, right?
He absolutely did.
And then
He
and then
absolutely fucking did.
you smoke him, and then he's like, "How'd you beat me?" Like, well, you
You must
idiot!
know about
Fire
type
beats
advantage. I'm like,
grass.
you fucking should too, because your brother is the fucking Pokemon champion, so you should fucking know what it is too.
Yeah, I've definitely heard about the rival being like just one of the dumbest characters ever.
I was so surprised, I'm like, because I expected him. I picked Scorbunny. I'm like, okay, let's fight Sobble. Grookey, what the fuck? That's not right. Yeah, it was
'Cause
dumb.
that's how it was in the old game, right? Like they picked the
Yes,
one strongest. Yeah. So I don't. I mean, it just goes with. I guess it's more this gen Pokemon seems to be hand holding a bit more than previous generations.
it is with like the story and stuff, but at the same time it's a lot more complex. Like when you get into the systems. So like,
Oh yeah, like easy to play, difficult to master.
yeah, yeah, it's definitely that. Um, let's see. Let's move on to another game that neither of us have played in a while. Apex Legends. Coming out with a new event, and this one's interesting. See the new event. See when does it start?
Are they still
What?
only on season 3?
Yeah, they're coming towards the end, I think. January 14th. January 14th through the 28th. So 2 weeks. And this event is going to have 7 different modes. Each one will be available for only 2 days. And then I'll switch over to another mode.
That
And
seems different. Like,
yeah.
Seems like they're just like asking for people to be mad at them.
Well, some of the modes are actually kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like people are gonna be like, I love this mode. Why is this only available for 2 days? Or I had to work. I couldn't play this mode. Thanks, Respawn. Or
yeah, that's definitely gonna happen. Let's see. One of the modes is Gold Rush Duos, which is duos, but only gold weapons on the map. So that's kind of cool. Another one's called Live Die Live, which is you automatically respawn on a living squad mate every time the ring closes. So you automatically come back every time the ring starts to move. There's going to be a third person mode, which I have seen people mess with in the training room, because that's an Easter egg there. There's one called Always Be Closing, which is the ring doesn't stop. It just continuously closes.
okay, I've seen other games have that type of mode.
Armed and Dangerous is coming back, which is snipers and shotguns with limited armor. Only this time it's going to be on World's Edge. King's Canyon After Dark, which is exactly what it says. You know, you play King's Canyon at night, but you know, very very similar to the Halloween event, but it's going to be less spoopy.
Okay. Now is King's Canyon playable? Like
no.
So this would be the only way to play King's Canyon?
Yep.
Okay. That's a shame. I miss King's Canyon. If it was available, I'd probably be like, jumping in every now and then and playing again, because I don't know. I just don't like that new map that much.
You haven't played it a whole lot though. And this other one, I'm not exactly sure how this one is. It's called Dummy's Big Day. And like people found out in the training room that the dummies can come alive and shoot back. But how the video was, it almost seemed like either you might be the dummy or there'll be NPC dummies on the map. I hope there will be NPC dummies on the map.
Okay, because so that'd be kind of like a Blackout, where there's like they had the zombies that you had to deal with as well as the real life players.
True, I'd actually more equate this to like Titanfall 2, that had NPC players on the maps while you played, and like the AI is their AI. So,
so the AI would be part of the other teams?
No, like the AI would be like grunts.
Yeah, but like
from Titanfall 2, but they're always enemies.
Yeah, the difference is yeah, okay, I gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Although maybe like the similar colored dummies are on the same team, because the trailer showed like different colored dummies. You know, red dummies, blue dummies, yellow dummies. So like maybe they're on the same team. But that also kind of mean like all the yellow dummies were actually players. I don't know. It it was kind of I don't know. That's kind of why I thought like maybe you play as
Interesting.
dummies. I don't know. But and of course this mode comes with new skins, and the kind of theme that they're going with is the 20s, because hey, it's 2020. We're now in the 20s. So
Yeah, that's still kind of weird to think about.
yeah, it is.
Because like
So yeah,
2020
so
was always like a futuristic year, at least futuristic sounding year. Now it's here.
it is. But yeah, and that's all the news that I had.
You had a lot, so I decided not to add any.
Sure,
Because
yeah, I get it.
I figured I don't want the show to last like too long. But yeah, it's news is starting to pop up. We're starting to get, game the end of, well, I guess, well, at least with Microsoft, the first party stuff, like we said, but who knows if third party stuff's gonna be like that. So this is the end of like third party stuff for this console generation.
Mm-hmm.
So there are some games, they're like, I'm surprised you didn't mention like Last of Us 2. That's coming out.
I didn't play The Last of Us 1, and that doesn't seem like a
Oh,
game I'd play.
didn't you? Didn't? Okay.
No, that doesn't seem like a game I'd play. So
Okay. I mean, it, what is it? I thought I've
it's
never
too
played Last
scary.
of Us 2, but it always looked like, oh, it's Uncharted, but you're fighting like zombies or
Look too scary for me.
zombie likes. Yeah, I forgot you're a wuss.
Yep.
My one of my favorite moments is the you playing what was it,
Outlast.
Outlast, and the elevator.
That part I played up. That I wasn't really scared of that. The
Okay.
scaredest moment I was at that game was when that big dude burst through the door, and I was just closing the locker door, and I legitimately screamed. I didn't play this up at all. Fuck me! Just screamed at the top of my lungs. I was legitimately scared. That literally scared. Yeah.
Yeah, Stuart doesn't play scary games, so that's like one of the few
No,
that
and
I know
I
of.
probably would play them just for content reasons if I didn't live in an apartment.
Gotcha. Yeah, makes
Like,
sense. Yeah.
give me a chance to scream, sure, but I live in an apartment. There, There's somebody there, and I hear them all the time, so they hear me too.
Yeah. Yeah, streaming in an apartment can be rough, I guess.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that beginning of this year will be a good time to catch up on stuff.
yeah.
I'm hoping to be able to catch up on a couple games that I started or meant to play before, like, what is it, like April? April is like the time a lot of stuff's, you got Minecraft, you Dungeons, you got, well, I don't know, actually the Avengers is May, and then what Cyberpunk is, when's Cyberpunk again?
April.
April, yeah, okay, yeah. So April, and then yeah, so yeah, well, April is when a lot of stuff is gonna start kicking off. At least that I'm interested in. So that gives me some time to catch up on some stuff. But
Yeah, Minecraft doesn't Dungeons actually doesn't have a date. It just says April. At least
Yeah, I mean,
Wikipedia doesn't have a date.
yeah, it's just April for now. That gives them wiggle room. But yeah, I guess that's it for the show, though. Unless you got anything else, Stuart.
No, I got nothing else.
Alrighty, this has been 371 of the Geeks for the Win podcast. You can find all the previous episodes at thegeeksftw.com, as well as links to our Twitch, YouTube, Discord, and Twitter. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at thegeeksftw. Stuart is at Casual Terror, and I'm at Geeky William, and we will catch you next time.
And remember, no animals were harmed in making this podcast.
No animals were heard either.
No,
I had them in the living room.
Right.
I had them in the living room, and I was like, Alexa, play relaxful music. Because I got my Alexa in the living room, but I got my Google Home. Stop listening. In here. I don't know if it went off or not. I just said that just to be safe. I can't really hear a lot because noise canceling headphones.
Right.
But yeah, I got that in here because I'm in here most of the time. So I actually subscribe to this YouTube channel that's Relax My Dog, relaxing music for dogs. And they have like videos that are like 8 hours, 13 hours long, and it's just like relaxful music and stuff like that. So like, if you have to go to work, you have to go leave for hours, you can just put it on for your dogs. I do that sometimes. And you laugh, but they got almost 500,000 subscribers. So
All right. According to Google Maps, I feel like this is wrong. Google sent me an email. It says here's your 2019 timeline.
wow.
And I call bullshit that I've only walked 25 miles in 2019. That's fucking bullshit. I walked way more than 25 miles. I probably do that in a week at work. But I'm not going a distance though. I'm just back and forth. And I drove 7,190 miles. Visited 14 cities. Went 67 places. That just makes me seem dull.
Oh wow. That's more than I've done, probably. Anyways, I'm starving, so I'm gonna go grab something to eat. I will talk to you later.
I probably should get some food too. So yeah, I'll see you.